Good day, everyone. I am Justin M. De Los Santos, and today I'll present the study titled An Assessment of Seismicity and Near-Surface Geophysical Characteristics of Potential Solid Waste Landfill Sites in the Eastern Black Sea region of Turkey. This study was conducted by a research team led by Hakan Karsley and published in the journal Environmental Science and Pollution Research in 2024. The goal of this research was to assess landfill site sustainability using seismic and geophysical data. It focuses on Turkey's Eastern Black Sea region, a seismically active area, to ensure that selected landfill sites are safe and environmentally sustainable. In this presentation, I will guide you through the study's objective, methods, findings, and key conclusions. Introduction. Urbanization and industrial expansion have led to a rapid increase in solid waste production. Managing this waste is a critical challenge globally, especially in regions with dense population and seismic risk. Poorly managed landfills cause several environmental and public health issues. One of the most concerning is groundwater contamination due to leachate from waste. Additionally, landfills built on unstable soils risk collapsing, posing hazards to nearby communities. The objective of this study was to assess potential landfill sites by evaluating seismic activity and geophysical data. By doing so, the researchers aimed to identify locations that are stable, safe, and environmentally sustainable for long-term waste management. Study area. The Eastern Black Sea region of Turkey includes 7 provinces: Samsun, Ordu, Giresun, Trabzon, Gümüşhane, Bayburt, and Artvin. Combined, these provinces cover an area about 49,000 square kilometers and have a population of approximately 4 million people. This region lies within the Eastern Pontide Orogenic Belt, a tectonically active area influenced by the North Anatolian Fault Zone. This fault line is one of Turkey's most active seismic zones and has responsible for numerous earthquakes. The geological characteristics of this region make it essential to evaluate seismic risk when selecting landfill sites. Given the population density and high seismic activity, careful landfill planning is critical to minimizing environmental risk and ensuring public safety. Let's proceed to the methodology. The researchers use 3 advanced geophysical methods to assess landfill site suitability. First is the seismic refraction tomography, or SRT. This method evaluates subsurface layers, the depth of bedrock, and the physical properties of soils and rocks. It uses a P-wave velocity to analyze subsurface stability as shown in the presentation. Next is ERT, or electrical resistivity tomography. This method measures electrical resistivity, which helps identify groundwater and clay-rich areas. These factors are crucial since water-saturated or clayey soils often compromise landfill stability. Last method is MASW, or multi-channel analysis of surface waves. This method measures shear wave velocity, also known as VS30, which is used to classify soil stiffness. As shown in the presentation, as you can see, the black dots in the beep represent the depth and spatial position corresponding to the apparent resistivity value obtained from each measurement result. The red squares are a representative display of the position corresponding to the data read in relation to the increase or N level in the current electrode spacing. These techniques were applied to 25 profiles across 7 provinces, providing a comprehensive understanding of subsurface characteristics essential for landfill site evaluation. The results of this study were twofold: seismicity analysis and geophysical findings. First, from the seismicity analysis, the region was found to have a 98% probability of moderate earthquakes with a magnitude of 5.0 or higher occurring in the next 10 years. There is also a 54% chance of stronger earthquakes with a magnitude of 6.0 or more during the same period. The geophysical analysis revealed important subsurface characteristics. P-wave velocity, or VP, was used to assess soil and rock stability. Next is the geophysical analysis revealed important subsurface characteristics. P-wave velocity, or VP, was used to assess soil and rock stability. Higher VP values indicated harder, more stable conditions. Shear wave velocity, or VS30, helped classify soil stiffness, which is crucial for structural stability during earthquakes. Resistivity measurements detected water saturation and clay-rich soils, which are unfavorable for landfill development. Historical data, such as the 1938 Erzincan earthquake, further emphasized the seismic risk in the region. And according to the geophysical results, 4 sites, Ashoktepe, Isanje, Chamborno, and Kazantash, were found to be the suitable. And 6 sites, Vizerkypru, Shibankarahishar, Yeneje, Baibort Center, Balkainak, and Morgul, were found to be the suitable after necessary geotechnical reclamation. And 3 sites, Bafra, Alaluk, Ovajok, were considered to be unsuitable because of the presence of thick, water-saturated soft soil and extremely weathered rocks. The discussion focuses on the significance of integrating seismic and geophysical data for landfill site selection. By combining these techniques, the researchers provided a detailed evaluation of subsurface characteristics, which is essential for identifying both environmental and structural risk. This integration ensures that landfill sites are selected not only for their immediate suitability but also for their long-term sustainability. The approach minimizes risks such as groundwater contamination, structural instability, and hazards from seismic activity. It is a model that can be replicated in other regions with similar challenges. Zones corresponding to VP approximately 1300 to 1500 meters per second observed in seismic refraction tomography sections and low resistivity rho less than 10 ohm meters in electrical sections, or in electrical resistivity tomography sections were considered as saturated with water. Next, zones with low velocity, VP less than 1000 meters per second, but high resistivity, Rho greater than approximately 70 ohm meters, are considered to be dry soil units. Zones with the moderate velocity, VP, approximately 1200 to 2100 meters per second, and high resistivity are interpreted as very compact soil and soft and or weathered rocks, which generally do not contain water. Lastly, zones with high velocity, VP greater than 2100 meters per second, but low resistivity, were evaluated considering the possibility that the rocks contain water or clay in their cracks, pores, or conductive minerals. In conclusion, this study successfully identifies suitable and unsuitable landfill sites in the eastern Black Sea region of Turkey. Sites with high P-wave velocity and resistivity values were deemed suitable due to their stable subsurface conditions. On the other hand, sites with low resistivity and water-saturated soils were found unsuitable. The study highlights the critical role of geophysical methods in landfill site selection. By integrating seismic and geophysical data, planners can minimize risk and ensure safer waste management practices. The researchers recommend extending similar studies across Turkey to develop a comprehensive and sustainable approach to landfill site selection, ensuring environmental safety and public health protection. That would be all. Thank you for watching.